Hello and welcome to this live video streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local school districts and outstanding sponsors who make these live presentations possible. I'm Jeff Smith alongside Mikhail Weish, coming to you live from Grants Pass High School here in Grants Pass, Oregon. We thank you for joining us tonight. Welcome to the Lithia Superstore pregame show, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon, tonight featuring the Sheldon Irish taking on the Grants Pass Cavemen. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net in partnership with the Grants Pass School District and our sponsor business partners. Joe Brett is the executive producer for today's event. Our sponsors keep these events free for fans to enjoy. Please let them know you appreciate their support. Please help Table Rock Sports by subscribing to our YouTube channel. And if you're already a subscriber, we thank you. Southwest Conference boys soccer action coming to you live from Mel Ingram Field here at Grants Pass High School. And a battle of teams that are scuffling a bit here as we go through and get closer to the end of the season. The Sheldon Irish coming into today's game 0-8-1 in the conference, 2-8-2 overall. Their last game, a 4-1 loss versus the Black Tornado of North Medford. The Sheldon Irish they are winless since the 31st of August. Now there's a couple of ties in there, a 1-1 tie against Thurston and a 0-0 tie with Roseburg. The rest of those, ever since the first two games of the season, they won their first two games 4-0 over North Eugene and 5-1 over Churchill. But they have been winless since that time. And in their last 7 games, they've only scored 1 goal. That was in a 4-1 loss in their last game against North Medford. The Grants Pass Cavemen, they have lost 4 in a row. Previous to that, it was a 2-game winning streak. They had won 5-0 over Roseburg, 1-0 over this Sheldon Irish team. But then they have not scored in the last 4 games, with the most recent game a 7-0 loss here at Mel Ingram on Tuesday against the upstart South Medford Panthers. So taking a look at the teams in the Southwest Conference, South Medford just a half a game behind Willamette. Willamette in first, South Medford in second. They've played 1 less conference game than the Wolverines. Then it's North Medford in third, South Eugene fourth. Grants Pass is the 5th place team. Then it's Sheldon and Roseburg. So the Irish looking for their first conference victory. Grants Pass looking to bounce back from a discouraging loss on Tuesday night. And so this should be a pretty evenly matched game. As I mentioned before, they played to a 1-0 game the first time around in Eugene, with the Cavers coming out on top 1-0. Head coaches for these two teams: Jonathan Fechtel for the Sheldon Irish and William Daniels for Grants Pass. And our starting keepers, Osvaldo Canchola, a sophomore for Sheldon, and Aiden Bland, a senior for Grants Pass. So we're just about ready to get things kicked off. We'll have the anthem, we'll have the lineups, and then we'll get this one started from Mel Ingram Field here in Grants Pass, Oregon.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's Southwest Conference soccer game between the visiting Sheldon Irish and your very own Grants Pass Cavemen. And now the starting lineups for Sheldon.
So we're going to get the lineups first.
Number 0, Osvaldo Canchola.
Osvaldo Canchola, number 0. Johnny Minnie is number 2.
Number 5, Mason Prasad.
Number 4, Dalen Cervantes. Number 5, Mason Prasad. Number 7, Owen Phillips. Number 8, Elliot Morgan. Number 9 is Brody Kennedy. Nima Rajahi is number 14. Number 17, Alistair Briggs. Number 19 is Jack Williams. And number 23, Ari Snyder. And the starters for Grants Pass, once again, Aiden Bland, 00, the keeper. Adrian Anaya, number 2.
Number 6, Owen Boersma.
Number 4 is Isaiah Cowles. Number 6 is Owen Boersma. Number 7, Hudson Sawyer.
Tyler McIntosh.
Number 8 is Jared Hatt. Number 9 is Tyler McIntosh. Number 13, Timok Ordaz.
And number 23, Danny Jacobo.
I'm sorry, that was I got ahead of myself. Number 10 was Tristan Gambala. Jackson Nugent is 11.
Noah Miramontes and Joel Hernandez.
22, Dylan Crocker. 23, Danny Jacobo. And now we'll take a break for the national anthem. We'll be back right after this.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Come enjoy the patio weather and a brand new menu at Tap Rock Northwest Grill, where friends and family gather and memories are made. Come visit us today or visit our website.
Thanks for the ride. I'll see you after the game.
Hey, Dear Katie, I've been your #1 fan since I watched your first game all those years ago, and I still love watching you play. But I wanted to see you win so badly that my competitive nature got the best of me. I lost track of what's important. I thought I was supporting you, but I was really just embarrassing you. I'm not your coach, and I'm not an official. I forgot my role. I'm your parent, and you deserve better. From here on, I promise to keep my emotions under control. I'll cheer for you and all the other players, no matter the score, no matter the outcome. Thank you for sharing with me how I can do a better job of supporting you, your team, your coaches, and the sports you love. Still your #1 fan. Love, Dad.
Welcome back to Mel Ingram Field here at Grants Pass High School and Southwest Conference soccer action on TableRockSports.net. We thank you for watching the Lithia Superstore pregame show powered by Siskiyou Cellular and sponsored by Bill's Glass. Bill's Glass is the clear choice in Southern Oregon. For almost 50 years, locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass. So we're just about ready to get this one started. These two teams played to a 1-0 game in their first matchup, with Grants Pass winning that game, and both teams have been struggling as of late, including lopsided losses for both teams to South Medford. South Medford has been on a roll as of late. And so the Irish will kick off to get this one started. And we are underway from Mel Ingram Field. Grant's pass, of course, in the solid blue, and the Irish in the visiting white. Now that one dropped by Minnie. Now they'll get it back to Minnie in the corner. Puts one across. Oh, dangerous play there by Sawyer. That shot off of a Caver defender. And now the Cavemen will set up their attack. Taken away by the Irish. That was Rejahi. Briggs keeps it alive, sends it to the center, where Rejahi gets rid of it, and now back to the back line. The little give and go play, but that was stolen by Sawyer and then cleared out by Cowles. And now Grant's pass on the attack. Get it ahead to Crocker. Crocker past the keeper, but wide of the net. And this will be an Irish goal kick. Canchola did a nice job coming out, cutting off the angle. Crocker got it past him, but just wide of the post. And that passes behind Prasad, so this will be a throw-in for the Cavemen. Irish will send one deep, giving chase is Minnie. Gets past one defender, then cleared out by the Cavers. And a kickback. Keeper's going to have to play this with his feet. And just ahead of Phillips, Bland got it away. Not sure why they kicked it back from that position on the field, but it worked out okay. Had a chance to talk to Cade Brandis about a week ago. Of course, Cade, the kind of the anchor playing the center of the Caver defense a year ago when they went a couple rounds into the playoffs. And, of course, Cade's sister still playing. She's a junior playing on the girls' team. Also got a chance to talk to Porter Boersma. And Bland giving everybody a bit of a heart attack there as he held that as the attacker was coming quickly. I think, again, it was number 7, Owen Phillips, and Bland just sort of nonchalantly turned that aside. Now Grant's pass on the attack. McIntosh turned the corner, then the defenders came up with the double team and turned it aside, but the throw-in will go to Grant's pass. Anaya is going to take it for the Cavers. And this is knocked out of bounds. That appeared to be Jack Williams on the defensive play. Anaya again with the throw-in. And then it's cleared out all the way down the field. This looks like it's going to reach the box, and it will. So Bland trying to position his teammates as he sends it to midfield. Taken there by Elliott Morgan, but then the Cavers clear it back to midfield. So back and forth we go. Best scoring chance so far has been for the Cavers, but neither team on the board. 0-0 on our John L. Scott scoreboard. John L. Scott, Medford, Ashland, and Eugene. That one chipped in. Bland will get there first. Good anticipation there by Aiden to see that centering attempt coming his way. That one's sent wide for Minnie once again, but it's going to be a goal kick for the Cavers. So it's Friday Night Lights from Grants Pass High School, doing it international style. Football just the same. In fact, you say football anywhere else in the world, this is the sport they think of. Even in places that have more American-style football like Australia and Canada, they still think of soccer when you say football. Collision there. Throw-in will go to Grant's pass. Of course, lots of football action coming up tonight at 7. Go to TableRockSports.net. You can see all the games we'll have for you tonight, including the Grants Pass Cavemen. They will be in Medford to take on the South Medford Panthers. South Medford's homecoming game. Grants Pass coming off an exciting victory at their homecoming last week, looking to keep that momentum going against a tough Panther squad. And a whistle here, free kick coming up for the Irish, so they'll move everybody toward the Caver goal. And a nice tackle. If that was Hatt or McIntosh, either way, good defensive play. Now the Cavers trying to set up their attack. Irish have been making it tough at midfield. They're winning a lot of these 50-50 chances at midfield right now. Taken away by Hatt. And now Jacobo looking to send one. But the defense closed and he turns it over. But this will get out of bounds. It'll be Caver throw-in. And again, the Irish really active at right around midfield. They're doing a good job of keeping the Cavers from getting much of an attack going so far. They've had the one scoring chance, but And that's a dangerous kickback. Bland comes out again, being challenged by Phillips. And then Jacobo sends one. Now Cervantes with it. He'll drop it all the way back to Snyder. And that goes past everybody. That'll go out of bounds. Throw into the Cavers. Table Rock Sports would like to welcome Solar Pros and owner Mason Mahaffey to our sponsorship team. Solar Pros can save you thousands on your home solar panel installation. Check out their Facebook page to learn more. Search Solar Pros PNW on Facebook. Sent to the middle by Williams, and the Cavers punch it back out. And now Gembala with it. He'll drop it to the defense. And Morgan sent one wide, but this will go out of bounds back to the Cavers. Now Jacobo with it. But that's Williams, or I'm sorry, that's Snyder right there to send it back into the box. And this will be a goal kick for Grants Pass. Before or after the game is a great time to visit Dutch Bros and enjoy your favorite beverage. When you stop to get your Dutch love, please tell them thanks for sponsoring these live athletic streams on TableRockSports.net. Here's a chance for the Cavers. This will get into the box just ahead of Tyler McIntosh as Canchola came out and got it just a step ahead. 0-0 on our John L. Scott scoreboard. Taken away there by Crocker. And a good defensive play sliding across. I believe that was Elliott Morgan. Up the sideline, Prasad centers it, but the Cavers will get there first, and Jacobo sends one wide. Nice little touch pass, and now Grants Pass will drop it to their D. Hat drops it back to Cowles. Cowles trying to go opposite side on the wing, but the Irish take it back. And they've still got it as Phillips wins the ball. Tried to get it ahead to Minnie. And we'll have a substitution coming in for Sheldon. Elijah Vergara. He will replace Prasad. And the Cavers turn that aside. And a free kick coming up for the Cavers. I think we may have had a handball there. Saw McIntosh trying to control it, and then the whistle comes in and the free kick. Jacobo will take it. Headed away by Snyder. And this throw-in will go to, well, let's see. I thought it was going to be Sheldon, but the way the players are moving, it's going to be Grant's pass. And again, Snyder there to keep the Cavers from getting any further down the field. Williams looking for a pass, gets rid of it to Reggia. Now Morgan with the left foot, that'll be wide of the goal. Still no score on our John L. Scott scoreboard. Aiden Bland will take the goal kick. And they get that all the way ahead to McIntosh. McIntosh beats the defender, but there to clear it out is Canchola. Good teamwork right down in front of us. But then the Irish take it away as Anaya and Sawyer were working well together, but finally lose possession. And now Jacobo sends it to midfield, and once again, Snyder right there. Chipped across. Kennedy trying to get that to Minnie, but this will be another Caver goal kick. No, they're going to, must have been an offside, so free kick. Can't see the linesman down on this side of the field. That would be about the only complaint I would have at this facility is when we're covering soccer. We can't see the near sideline. It's obscured by the stands. And this will be a goal kick for the Cavemen. Halfway through this first half, still no score. 0-0 on our John L. Scott scoreboard. Today's game is brought to you by Tap Rock Northwest Bar and Grill in Grants Pass, Elmer's Restaurants of Medford, and the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful behavior at youth sporting events. Now we're ready to go. Not sure what that delay was down there, but taken away by Crocker. Crocker stops. Crocker's got some room. His shot wide. Didn't quite meet it the way he had hoped. Subbing in for the Irish, it'll be Jackson Alexander. And he will replace Kennedy. Now Grants Pass trying to put some pressure on in their offensive end. Irish have kept most of the play at their offensive half of the field, but Caver's trying to tilt the field a little bit here as we're halfway through this first half. And this throw-in will go to Sheldon. Looks like Morgan will take the throw in. And taken away by the Cavers. Going wide with it is Gembala. Stops in the corner, and that one is off the defender, so corner kick coming up for Grants Pass. It's going to be Dylan Crocker who will tee it up from the corner. Crocker sends one all the way across. A little too strong on that one. Cavers do get possession. McIntosh looking for some room to work. And he was looking for a trip. No call. Gets an explanation from the referee. Doesn't like it, but he'll have to live with it. Taken away by Phillips. Cowles got it back. Now Grants Pass trying to get it out of their defensive end. Sent ahead by Gembala. Now the throw in from Sawyer. And a throwback to the keeper. Keeper making the trap, a chest trap. He can't play that with his hands. And this throw-in will go to the Irish. So the Cavers getting a little bit of pressure as of late. They have the best scoring chance of the half, but the Irish have controlled a lot of the play in this first half, but still nobody finding the net. And that's been the struggle for both of these teams as of late. Irish with only one goal scored in their last 7 games. Grants Pass with only one goal scored in their last 5 games. And that's out of bounds off of the Cavemen. Subs waiting to come into the game. Chance Holiday will come in for the Irish, and Jackson Nugent comes in for Grants Pass. And, of course, that one goal scored by Grants Pass in the last 5 games was against the Irish. It was a 1-0 victory in Eugene. This one will scoot through, and Canchola controls. Now the Irish looking for their attack. A whistle. Didn't see an offside, so I'm assuming a handball again. Didn't see the indication, just heard the whistle. But nonetheless, a free kick for the Cavemen. As Bland sends it ahead, and that's going to be a push called against Morgan, and another free kick for the Cavers, this one in a more dangerous position. Looks like Jacobo going to come up to take this. Grants Pass loading up the right-hand side. Now one player coming across, I believe that's Gambala, to the left. They flood the box, but this one hop to Canchola, and he'll send one ahead. Out kicks the coverage. This one's going to get all the way to the box for Aiden Bland to handle, so a little too much leg on that one. Nugent sends one ahead. Irish forced to turn it aside, so this throw in to the Cavemen. Stolen there by Rajaya. Rajayi. I got to get that right. That's a tough one. Stolen and blasted over the goal by Nugent. So he got the steal, but couldn't make the Irish pay. Rowan Boast comes in for the Cavers. Stolen by Minnie. And now the Irish trying to set up their attack. And dangerous play. It was outside of the box, but Canchola able to play it with his feet, as Snyder had let that go to his keeper, with one of the Cavers on the run trying to get another scoring chance out of it. And throw in to the Irish as Alexander got spilled on the play, but no foul. And that'll be turned aside by the Caver defense. Another throw-in coming up for the Irish. And this is going to be a corner kick. Again, we having trouble seeing the linesman on that side. Just over 9 minutes left in the half. And that one sneaks through on the corner kick. We'll have to take a look, see who they're congratulating here. That's going to be number 18, Chance Holiday, who gets the goal coming off the corner kick. We'll get our clock squared away. That was at the 9:01 mark. So 1-0 Sheldon on the goal from Chance Holiday. Now this one makes its way into the box, scooped up by Canchola. And that one punched ahead by Morgan. Collision there. Ref says play on. Cavers take it back. Chipped ahead by Williams. And now a free kick coming up for the Cavemen as Gambala made the play. Got bumped off the ball. Looks like Jacoba will come up to take the free kick. And a little trouble on the timing there. Rowan Boast had a chance at that, but he stopped. I think he was making sure he didn't go offside, so he had to stop, and it kind of threw the timing off. Defense able to handle that. Cavers will have the throw-in, but not before we get some substitutions. James Handley and Timok Ordaz come in for Grant's Pass. Jack Anderson comes in for Sheldon. And referee didn't like that throw-in, so it'll be Irish throw-in. And he didn't like that one either, so the Cavers will get it back. It's pretty rare we get two of those calls in a game, let alone two in one half. Good play at midfield by Asher Napier. I think we missed Asher during the starting lineups. Had a little glitch in keeping up with, I think we only named 10 players. So apologize to Asher. That one headed out of trouble. Sent ahead by Williams. Looking for some room now is Alexander. He'll get it back on the sideline. Taken away by the Cavers, but Alexander trying to get it back. He does. And it's punched ahead by Snyder. Taken away by the Irish. And a free kick for the Cavers. Again, I didn't see what that call was. That one headed into the arms of Canchola, the keeper. And he'll send one deep. Played there by Jacobo. But taken away at midfield. The Irish, tried to drop it. Miscalculated there. It went past Williams. But the Cavers can't capitalize. And now Williams will get rid of it. And the throw-in will go to Grants Pass. Last 3 minutes of the half. 1-0 our score on our John L. Scott scoreboard. And apologize, our clock has not been working. We'll get that squared away. Sent to the corner, but that'll get out of bounds. Throw in to the Irish. Looks like Briggs will track it down for Sheldon. And a free kick coming up for the Cavers. Just under 2 minutes to go in this first half. Headed toward the net. Good attempt. And we've got an injury for the Irish. And now they'll whistle to stop the clock. This will be 1:16 remaining in the half. And getting back to his feet is Ari Snyder. Limping a little bit on that right leg, but otherwise does get back to his feet, and Referee over at the Sheldon bench. And I believe we'll get a couple of subs allowed in for Grants Pass. Tyler McIntosh and Dylan Crocker. Kai Lowry also out there. I believe it was Kai that had the header that directed that one toward the goal, but Grants Pass turning it over.
1 minute.
Last minute of play as our clock continues to have some gremlins here. Good play. Aiden Bland comes out to make the play. Grants Pass looking to push on this free kick. Last 20 seconds of the half. Grants Pass trying to chip it ahead for one last push. Defense is there as Williams was tripped. It'll be a free kick. And that'll do it for the half as time expires in this first half. On our John L. Scott scoreboard, it's the Sheldon Irish 1 and Grants Pass 0. Coming up next, it'll be our Tap Rock Northwest Bar and Grill halftime report. We'll take a look at that one goal from the first half, and we'll look at the upcoming schedule for tonight. We'll do all of that during our Tap Rock Northwest Bar and Grill halftime report. We'll get to that after these words from our sponsors.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Any time is a good time to plan your funeral, except at the time of the funeral. At Conger Morris, we know that there are so many advantages to planning ahead. It eases the burden on our families at their worst time. Pre-planning also alleviates their stress, knowing the funeral costs are already taken care of. And it allows your service to be more meaningful, with all of your wishes being taken care of. Call us today for personalized assistance in creating your own plan. Conger Morris, we'll always be there.
Diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Welcome back to Mel Ingram Field here at Grants Pass High School and your Lithia Superstore Game of the Night on TableRockSports.net, powered by Siskiyou Cellular in Southern Oregon. And you're watching the Tap Rock Northwest Bar and Grill halftime report On our John L. Scott scoreboard, it's Sheldon 1, Grants Pass nothing. And that lone goal scored at the 9:01 mark of that first half. And we've got that queued up for you here as the Irish were taking the corner kick. And it was Chance Holiday directing it into the net for the Irish. Let's take a look at that. So that one on the one hop was directed right into the goal, and the Irish would take the 1-0 lead, and that's where we're at here after one half of play. And so we're going to take another break. We'll come back with the schedule for the rest of the night right here on TableRockSports.net, but we'll do that after these words from our sponsors.
What do you do when a loved one has been wrongfully injured or killed? It's simple. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
Pick it up. Let's go. Come on. Defense. Defense. What am I teaching you at home? Has this kid played before? Shoot it. Oh. Ah. Come on, ref. Open your eyes. Can't you see out there? So, which one's your kid?
The referee.
You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your role.
So what do you do when you can't work because you were injured on the job? Easy. Just go to letusfightforyou.com. That's it. Letusfightforyou.com, helping Oregonians get justice for over 40 years.
It's game day or a family get-together. Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
Daily adventures this summer starts at Pinnacle 365. Accelerate your day with morning motivation. Freshly ground, swiftly brewed. Add some extra crunch to your lunch with our mouth-watering crispy crunchy chicken. The perfect combination of crispy juicy chicken and irresistible flavors. Earn free rewards and save at least 16 cents a gallon with our Peak Rewards app. Get supercharged and add to your fuel savings when you purchase Core Water, Nestle Ice Cream, and Red Bull. This summer, let's meet at the Peak and save on our daily adventures.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Welcome back to Grants Pass High School. It's Mel Ingram Field, and it's Southwest Conference softball. I've done that at volleyball. I've done it here now at soccer, right? Don't know what my problem is. Clearly, this is not softball. This is soccer. But we're having a good time here. Cavers down by a goal at the half, 1-0 on our John L. Scott scoreboard. And these two teams also, or these two schools with important football games tonight as well. All the football action getting started at 7 o'clock. We'll start with Grants Pass. They are at Spiegelberg taking on the South Medford Panthers. That's South Medford's homecoming game. But probably the biggest game of the night, is, at least in the 6A, North Medford taking on Sheldon. And that's a big game in, well, we used to call Southwest Conference, but in football it's Special District 1, which is a massive grouping of teams. But Sheldon and North Medford, probably the two best teams right now in the conference, and they are squaring off in Eugene tonight. And that'll be right here on TableRockSports.net. We mentioned Grants Pass and South Medford, Crater and Eagle Point, so a good rivalry game there between the Comets and the Eagles. Sweet Home is at Ashland. That one also a 7 o'clock start. St. Mary's taking on Brookings. And the other big game of the night, Lakeview at Cascade Christian. A couple of powerhouse teams in the 3A squaring off. So a couple of really big games. Lakeview and Cascade Christian and North Medford and Sheldon playing tonight. So those will be a lot of fun coming up at 7 o'clock on TableRockSports.net. And then the weekend will finish up with some soccer action. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock, North Eugene at Crater. Also at 1 o'clock, Willamette at South Medford. Those both girls soccer action. In boys soccer, North Eugene will be at Crater at 3 o'clock. Klamath Union at Mazama. Well, that's next week, so we won't go any farther on that one. Actually, that was previous. So that's it for the upcoming action. And we're getting closer to the second half of play between the Sheldon Irish, who lead 1-0 over the Grants Pass Cavemen on our John L. Scott scoreboard. We'll step aside and be back with more right after this.
I ride the bus to get to work. My family and I just moved here, and my wife and kids use the car right now. Being able to ride the bus has been huge for us. All right, first day at the new job. Here we go.
I ride the bus because I don't really like to drive anymore. I can take it to the store without needing to ask for help. It also takes me to my kids' house.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Neighbors are very curious about your new family member.
Hello.
We built her so we could get a family plan.
Well, with U.S. Cellular, it's just $19.99 per line for 1, 2, or 3 lines.
Oh.
I guess we don't need a 4th line anymore.
This is awkward.
U.S. Cellular, built for us.
Visit U.S. Cellular at Siskiyou, Southern Oregon's exclusive authorized agent for U.S. Cellular, now serving Roseburg and Klamath Falls. See SOUScellular.com for details.
Welcome back to Mel Ingram Field. Southwest Conference soccer action here on TableRockSports.net. Second half just about to get underway. Grants Pass will be kicking off. And we are underway. 1-0 on our John L. Scott scoreboard. We want to thank you for watching the Tap Rock Northwest Bar and Grill halftime show. Grants Pass on the move. Get it wide to McIntosh. Makes a move on the defender. He's got a nice opening, but puts it just wide, looking for that near corner. And so a nice little push for Grants Pass to get things started here in this second half. And a handball call there. This will be a free kick for Grants Pass. And Jacobo trying to give his team an opportunity, but Canchola there to make the play. Putting some pressure on his Nugent. And And I'm going to say that ball was out of bounds. Throw in to Grants Pass. Imagine some of the folks here that are here for this game maybe heading to Medford at the conclusion of this one to watch the football team taking on South Medford. That would include the Grants Pass Athletic Director, Clay Ronceville, talking with him before the game, and it's exactly what he's doing. The minute this one wraps up, he'll be shuttling down to Spiegelberg. Of course, Grants Pass getting that victory a week ago at their homecoming game. Bit of an upset victory, looking to keep the upsets going this week, taking on the Panthers. And no disrespect to Sheldon, but I'll be pulling for the Black Tornado in that big game in Eugene tonight. Corner kick coming up. They scored on a corner kick in the first half. This one scoots past everybody. And it'll be a throw in for the Cavemen as they weren't quite able to keep that one alive. Minnie gave chase, but couldn't get to it in time. Crocker had given the pressure. Now Crocker will end up with it. Pushes one ahead for Nugent. Cleared aside. Slowing things down for the Irish was Williams. And so Grants Pass will have the throw in, trailing on our John L. Scott scoreboard 1-0. Grants Pass will send one wide. Crocker centers, but it's to the side of the net. And a goal kick coming up for the Irish. Fall Sports Action is brought to you by our title sponsor, Lithia Superstore Jeep Dodge Chrysler, and our presenting sponsor, Siskiyou Cellular of Southern Oregon. New stores are open in Roseburg and Klamath Falls, now with 9 locations to serve you. And Canchola will get there first and make the play. Now Williams with it. Sends it to midfield. That's taken away by Owen Boersma. Chance for the Cavers, cleared aside. It centered that to Nugent, but couldn't make a play on it. That one scoots out of bounds for the goal kick. Coming in for the Irish, Dalen Cervantes and Elliot Morgan into the match for Sheldon. And Canchola will take the goal kick. Chipped ahead. Foot race is won by Bland. taken away there by Kennedy. And that one squirts past Napier, but he tracks it down. But this throw-in will go to the Irish. Now giving chase is Crocker. Centers it. Taken back by the Cavers. Over to the right side. That one chipped. Oh, just over the net. A nice try by Tyler McIntosh. Just got it a little too high. And it remains 1-0 Irish. So the Cavers definitely have come out in the second half a little more aggressive, controlling a little more of the play, looking much like the Irish did in the start of the first half. Forcing the issue, making the Irish make a few more mistakes where they were controlling the passing much better in that first half. But right now the Caver pressure is paying off. Send it wide for Crocker. And that one will get out of bounds. Throw in to Sheldon. Cervantes with the throw in. Taken away by Boersma. Now the Cavers turn it over at midfield. They'll send one ahead for Minnie. And this will be a Grants Pass throw in. And now the Irish will have the throw in. Centered. Chance here with the left foot, but couldn't get it away. And finally, Grants Pass clears it. Punched ahead by Gembala. And Gembala will be called for the foul as the went up for the header and onto the back of Rajahi. 10 minutes gone by here in this second half. Still 1-0 Irish on our John L. Scott scoreboard. John L. Scott, Medford, Ashland, and Eugene. And foul on the Irish, free kick for Grants Pass. Intercepted by the Irish. Defense will turn it aside. So Chance Holiday, who had the goal, the lone goal of the night, he's given the Cavers some fits right now, trying to create some play down at the offensive end once again. This is going to be a corner kick, I believe. Yes, it will be. Corner kick for the Irish. And that one is blasted into the street. If you parked on the other side of the street, thought you were safe, you were wrong. Your car got nailed. And a goal kick for Grants Pass. Pushed ahead by Minnie, and he's bodied off the ball by Gambala, and then Gambala screens him off, allows it to roll out of bounds for another goal kick. And the Cavers turn it over. Not in a very good place. That shot gets through, but handled by the keeper, Bland. I believe that was Kennedy getting that shot away. Now Grants Pass trying to tilt the field, but this will be out of bounds, and the Irish will have the throw in. Good play there by Crocker. Centers one. But then it's taken away by Williams. Williams trying to send one. Tried to send one deep for Phillips, but it goes out of bounds to the Cavers. And now this will be Irish throw in. Bland will clear this. Throw in to the Irish. That'll be Briggs. Good defensive play there. Taking that away was Jack Williams. Now another chance for the Irish. And Bland able to make the play as Phillips didn't get quite all of that one. Now Bland, I don't know if he was limping a little there or just kind of skipping. Looks like he's walking okay back there, but didn't look like his normal skip, but he seems to be fine as he gets that one, although he definitely is favoring one of those legs. He's hopping just a little bit. Keeping that in bounds was Nugent, but the defense of the Irish get it back. Now Gambala with it. Sends it wide for McIntosh. McIntosh will pop it into the center. And it was pushed away by Canchola. Wasn't able to control it, but able to get it out of the box. Jack Mateja out there for the Cavers. Hadn't mentioned his name yet, but and there's Mateja making the play on that ball. Minnie sends one over in the direction of Phillips. Phillips in a battle, and the flag went up. Don't believe that ball was out of bounds, so that'll be a free kick for Grants Pass. And so Jacobo will tee it up for the Cavemen. And Mateja wanted to send that to the sideline for McIntosh, but McIntosh had stopped on the play, so he was not there to receive it. James Handley and Timok Ordaz into the match for Grants Pass. And also coming in for the Irish, Mason Prasad back out there. And that's going to be a handball against the Cavemen. Free kick coming up. Briggs, he was going to run that about 6 or 7 yards farther than where the referee wanted it put down. Not a bad attempt if you get away with it. And that'll go out of bounds, but some good play there from Rajawi. He was active in pursuit of that. Cavers with the throw-in. Headed out of bounds by Williams. It'll be Caver throw-in once again. Still 1-0 on our John L. Scott scoreboard. That'll go out of bounds. Last touch by Ordaz for the Cavers. Minnie back into the match. And again, Rajawi winning those 50-50 balls. He's been the more aggressive player on many of those. And this throw-in will be Briggs. That gets through and then punched aside by Isaiah Cowles. Taken away there by Hanley, but then the Irish get it back. Ordaz will send one ahead. Hanley lost it over the end line, and this will be a goal kick as we're past the halfway point of this second half. John L. Scott scoreboard shows Sheldon 1, Grants Pass nothing. Today's game is brought to you in part by Avista Utilities and our friends from Pinnacle 365. Use your peak rewards to save on gas and snacks on your next road trip with the team. The home of crispy, crunchy chicken, Pinnacle 365. Cavers on the move. And going to get the tripping call. And honestly, I think the reason he called this was because on the ensuing play after the trip, there would have been a handball against Grants Pass as that ball came up on the Caver player, and it sort of forced the referee to make the tripping call. He was going to let the play continue, but the handball is an automatic call, and so instead of calling the handball, he called the trip. But the Cavers couldn't make anything of it, and now the Irish with it once again. Alexander was controlling, dropped it. That one chipped ahead by Gembala. And Canchola with a mistake, but the Cavers can't make him pay. They get the possession back, however, as Hatt gets rid of it. Chipped back in by Cowles. Another chance for Grants Pass. Gembala sends one into the box. Defense gets it out. This will roll out of bounds as Alexander couldn't quite get there in time. Grants Pass will take the throw in. And we'll have substitution coming in for Sheldon. That'll be number 10, Elijah Vergara. And a push against Grants Pass. This is going to be a free kick for the Irish. I believe that was Nugent that was whistled for the push, but a big free kick coming up for Sheldon. And that one will be over the top, nicely placed, just a little high, as Morgan had it out of reach of Aiden Bland, but just over the crossbar. And Bland definitely limping. He's clearly well enough to continue playing, but there's no doubt that he's got some sort of a foot or leg injury. Gembala sends one ahead for Ordaz, but that is going to get out of bounds, and the Irish will have the throw in. Just over 15 minutes remaining in this second half. Still a 1-0 score. Of course, Grants Pass winning the first game between these two teams on the road, a 1-0 score. And right now it's the Irish on the road leading 1-0. Here's a chance for the Cavers. That one is off the crossbar of the football goal. Looked exciting as it bounced back into the back of the net, but on the wrong side of the net, I'm afraid. McIntosh back into the match for Grants Pass. And trying to check in also for the Irish, Chance Holiday coming back into the match. Of course, Holiday has the only goal in this game so far. And we'll do the goal kick over again as they got it off a little early there. For almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, or business needs. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. Free kick coming up for the Cavers. Jacobo cleverly moving that ball ahead of about 3 yards as he looked like he was looking for a good place to set it down. Chipped into the middle. That's headed by the defense. And coming out to make the play was Canchola. Of course, we saw the defense score for the Cavers. I believe that was girls action not too long ago here at Mel Ingram. And that defensive header going in the wrong direction, but handled by Canchola. Oh, nice pass. Chance for the Irish. But recovering defensively was Handley. And this will be a goal kick for Grants Pass. I believe it was Kennedy trying to set up Holiday, but defense made the play. Cavers with the throw-in, looking to attack. Taken away by Cervantes. And that one sent deep. And a whistle. We've got an injury behind the play. Down on the turf is Minnie. Now Minnie back to his feet as coach was called out there, and just as he got about halfway there, Minnie back to his feet. And Minnie will have to come off. 11:31 remaining on our John L. Scott scoreboard. 1-0 Irish. Medford is your sport ground where the West Coast comes to play. Visit travelmedford.org/sports to learn more about the many tournament venues, outdoor opportunities, and the event calendar to find out what's going on. It's going to be a drop kick for the Cavers. And they kick it back to Bland. And this will be a throw in for Grants Pass. Chance for the Cavers. And tracking it down was Canchola. Now Gembala chips one ahead. And the Cavers turn it over, taken away by Holiday. And, making the play again. Phillips couldn't get as crisp of a shot off. He thought that they had Bland beat, but Bland able to make the play. Phillips threw the hands up on the head, knowing that a good opportunity went by the wayside. A second goal for the Irish might just about put this one away the way this game has gone. Of course, as we talked about in the pregame, both these teams struggling to score goals for the last several games, so a second goal there would have been a killer for the Cavemen. Dylan Crocker back into the match. Number 22 for Grants Pass. Cavers will have the throw in here as Hanley will handle it. Oh, that pass a little behind Hat, but he was able to recover. Oh, a whistle and a free kick coming up for the Irish. There didn't look like there was a whole lot there, but the referee will give Sheldon the free kick. Williams takes it, but it's right to Bland. And Bland will send one to midfield. Phillips trying to get around Anaya. Centering attempt knocked down. Irish get it back. Now the Cavers looking to move it up the field. Crocker giving chase. Crocker makes a move around the defender. Crocker centers. Gets it back. Oh, tried to drop it to a teammate who had fallen down. That header has a chance, but just wide of the net. That was Nugent on the header attempt, and he's been really active in this second half. He came out firing to start the second half, and he's looked good. Had a chance there. Another injury for Sheldon. The clock was stopped. We'll fix our clock on screen. Heading to the sideline is Elliot Morgan. And a goal kick for Sheldon. That one gets through. Jacobo trying to make the defensive play. He does. Good tackle. Oh! A referee explaining it, but I don't blame Jacobo for questioning that one. That looked like a pretty good tackle to me. He played the ball, but that's going to set up a free kick. Looks like Pierce Edwards going to line up. I believe that's Edwards. Double check that. And that is Edwards, number 11. He'll take the free kick. And into the wall. Somebody took one for the team on that one. That's chipped in. Bland will get there first. been a gutty performance for Bland. He's clearly injured himself at some point, I believe, during this second half of play. But he's done a nice job back there, keeping his cavemen close, as they've got just over 5 minutes to try and get the equalizer. And sent ahead again. Oh, and looks like we got an injury for the Cavers. Looks like he's going to be all right. That was Adrian Anaya. Looked like he got hit on the side of the knee. Will be a free kick coming up. This one gets into the box, finally cleared out. I believe that was Edwards. Grant's pass trying to make something happen. They need the equalizer. That one headed by the defense. Grant's pass gets it back momentarily. Still in the possession of the Cavers. Oh, sent one wide, but Sawyer had moved back. They're going to stop the clock for this substitution. Kennedy back in for the Irish. And throw in also for the Irish. Just over 3 minutes to go on our John L. Scott scoreboard. Grant's Pass trailing 1-0. And this throw in will go to the Cavers. That'll get through to Bland. Aiden Bland will boot it away. Now Nugent tries to send one ahead, turned aside. Just over 2 minutes to go. Irish 2 minutes away from their first conference victory. Cavers with 2 minutes left to try and get the equalizer. Gambala chips one ahead. Chance for the Cavers. Centering. Oh, and it's knocked in by the defense. And Grant's Pass ties the game. And much like you see in hockey, when you put balls toward the net, good things can happen, but the flag is up. There's not going to be a goal, I do not believe. The clock has stopped with 1:29 remaining. The flag was up. Referee over talking to the linesman. And the goal will count. So whatever the flag was up for, it had to have been against the Irish. The play continues. The referee hadn't seen the flag go up, and it is 1-0. 1-1 now, as the Cavemen have tied it up. So a tie would keep the Cavemen ahead of the Irish in the conference standings. And would also give Grants Pass the season series, as they won the first game 1-0. Cavemen not going to be happy with that last minute of play. Cavemen feeling the momentum. We'll see if we can figure out who will get credit for that goal when we look at the replay. That's going to get through. Getting there first was Canchola. Just enough time for one of these teams to make one last push. And that's going to be a high kick against Grants Pass. This will be a free kick for the Irish. Clock ticking down. There's a couple of second difference between our clock and the game clock here in the stadium. Bland makes the play on it. Can't secure it. That one chipped over the top. And there's the horn. And this one will end in a 1-1 tie, as Grants Pass gets a late goal. And again, we'll have to take a look at that replay to see who will get credit for that goal. It should be the last Caver to touch it. And of course, the Coach Fechtel, out talking to the referee, wanting a better explanation of what happened. But the referee discussed it with the linesman, and the decision was made that the goal would count. Not really sure what the call was that the flag went up for. But the only thing I can surmise is it had to have been something against the Irish, because if it had been against the Cavemen, I would assume they would have waved that goal off. So this one's going to end in a 1-1 tie. Coming up next, stay tuned for the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role postgame show. Visit travelmedford.org and search Know Your Role to see how this campaign is changing the culture of youth sports for the better. We'll step aside, be back with that post-game show right after this.
I ride the bus because it helps me get places on my own terms. Another day, another ride. And it's all thanks to Sophie. Everybody say hello to Sophie.
We ride the bus to get to school. We used to carpool from Medford, but this way, we don't have to worry about gas or parking.
Another day, another opportunity for David to be a public menace.
Hey.
Whoa!
My name is Mason Mahaffey. I'm the Solar Pros Manager of Oregon, and I'm also a teacher and a coach here in the Rogue Valley. Have you looked into solar panels and it didn't make financial sense? I brought Solar Pros here to Oregon to make it more affordable for working class families to put solar on their home. Solar Pros is purposely beating our competitors' prices by thousands of dollars because we are that serious about saving you money. Solar Pros PNW provides the most comfortable, educational, and personal solar experience in Oregon. Visit our Facebook page at Solar Pros PNW to see all of our projects and all the families that we are helping save money.
Adventure Days at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new 23 Jeep Gladiator and Cherokee 4x4 models, or test drive a new 23 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Welcome back to Grants Pass High School and the Know Your Role post-game show. And it was Grants Pass with the late goal to tie things up. Irish with the only goal in the first half. Grants Pass with the only goal in the second half. Maybe you'll be able to see it on your bigger screens at home. I still could not tell for sure who was the last to touch it, but we'll give you that replay here and see if you can see that at home. As the Cavers come up on the attack. And I don't believe it looked like Hat centered. McIntosh was there, but I don't think he touched it. I think it went straight to the defender who knocked it in, and the Cavers would get the equalizing goal, and they will come away with the tie. They will win the season series with Sheldon with a win and a tie. So the Irish will drop to 2-9-2 overall and 0-9-1 in the conference. Grants Pass will improve to 3-6-2 in the conference, 4-6-2 overall. Next up for Grants Pass, they will go to Roseburg on the 17th. And on the 18th, Sheldon will be hosting South Eugene. And so that's going to do it for us from Mel Ingram Field here at Grants Pass High School. We want to thank you for watching tonight's broadcast. We'd like to thank the Grants Pass High School Athletic Director, Clay Ronceville, for hosting the Lithia Superstore Game of the Night on TableRockSports.net. And special thanks to head coaches Jonathan Fechtel for the Irish and William Daniels for the Cavemen. Once again, our final score on the John L. Scott scoreboard: Sheldon 1, Grants Pass 1. This has been a special presentation of Table Rock Sports. Our executive producer is Joe Brett. With Mikhail Weish, I am Jeff Smith saying thanks for watching. Good night from Grants Pass High School here in Grants Pass, Oregon. And tune in, lots of football action coming up in just about 12 minutes at TableRockSports.net.